Hello and welcome to the kitchen. In this video, I will be making gluten-free, dairy-free chocolate chip brownies. Stick around and watch the whole thing to see how good they look at the end. Tomorrow is Sunday and we're going to have potluck at church, so I'm going to make these brownies. This is my favorite brownie recipe and I'm going to make it both gluten-free and dairy-free. Even though it does say butter, I'm going to use a vegan butter. I'm going to start by preheating the oven. The recipe says 375, so that's where we're going to go to. This is the vegan butter I'm going to use. It melts fairly consistently, almost like regular butter. It comes in stick form, just like regular butter. Alright, I'm gonna get the vegan butter placed in the pan. And I'm gonna turn it on. It is melting fairly nice. It bubbles a little more because it's actually oils and not actually butter, but it works for making something dairy-free. My vegan butter is all melted now, so I took it off the stove and stuck it on a hot pad. In place of regular sugar, I'm going to use this coconut sugar. It is better for you than eating regular sugar, and you can use it 1 for 1. For white sugar, it's obviously going to taste a little different, but I like it, and it works really well for chocolate stuff. I'm going to use 2.5 cups for the recipe. I'm actually doubling the recipe, so if the amounts I'm saying doesn't match up with what you saw at the beginning, that's why. And yes, I am mixing this right in the pan. Creates less dishes that way. Now that that's all mixed, we are going to add 4 eggs. All right, there's all 4 eggs. All right, now I'm going to add my vanilla. I am going to put 1.5 tablespoons in, so I am going to measure it. I know some people like to measure however much they want without using a measuring spoon, but that's not how I do it. If you make this recipe, you can do it however you like. I always like to break up the yolks before I stir stuff in. I don't know why. It's just the way I like to do it. Let's add our flour. I'm using this gluten-free all-purpose Great Value flour from Walmart. You can use whichever gluten-free flour you like, but this is the one I'm going to use. And we're going to do 1 cup. For the cocoa, I'm going to use this organic cacao powder. I find it's a lot healthier for you than regular cocoa, and it tastes really good too. And this is 2/3 cup. I'm going to use this aluminum-free baking powder. I always usually prefer to get aluminum-free because it's healthier for you. 1 teaspoon. Next, we're going to put in some of this Morton iodized sea salt. 1/2 teaspoon. We stir. I'm going to add a bit more chocolate. 1 cup. Now we're gonna pour this brownie batter into a 9x13 pan that I have already prepared. Now we smooth it out to make sure it's nice and even in all the corners. That looks good. All right, I've placed the brownies in the oven, and now I'm going to set the timer. The recipe says to do 30 minutes, but that's for an 8x8, and I doubled it to fit a 9x13. So I'm going to do 40 minutes and see what happens from there. I just took them out of the oven and they look really pretty. If you like this video, please give it a like and a subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments if you like this format where I talk behind the camera or if you prefer to see me while I bake. Thanks.